Good afternoon. It is 3:23 p.m. on Friday the 19th of February 2021. My name is Arran Hunt. I'm a partner here at Stacey Hammond and I head up the Migration Partners team. We weren't planning a video today, but some things have come through which we want to bring to your attention. As always, this is not legal advice. This is purely our commentary on what's happening with immigration here in New Zealand. If you're looking for legal advice, please get in contact with us at visa@shlaw.co.nz or via our website, staceyhammond.co.nz. We are trying to handle any inquiries within sort of a day or two of being received, but at times we are getting it very busy. So if we do take a couple of days to respond, we apologise for that. I'll be in the office tomorrow, Saturday, actually going through some of the inquiries that are there that my team wanted me to look at, because sometimes they're a bit higher level. Now, we just want to go through a few things here. These are all in relation to people who are in New Zealand now, so this is not to do with people who are outside New Zealand. I'm sorry to tell you that. This is just changes and they have been announced within New Zealand. So I'm just going to bring these up. The first one we're going to do is a press release that came out of the government today from the Honourable Chris Fafoy. It's in relation to those people who are in New Zealand on a visitor visa. We know we have several clients who are in that situation, and a number of those were already given a few extensions. So last year we had an extension through until I believe it was September, and then there's a further extension through until 25th of February being next week. We're actually preparing currently some applications for some of these clients. Now this morning, or some point today, Chris Fafoy came through with a 2-month automatic visitor visa extension for most visitor visa holders. Now that's most, not all. We'll cover as to who it doesn't include in a moment. It does include 12,500 visa holders, and it's people who have a visitor visa that was due to expire on or before 31 March 2021. They will be granted an automatic 2-month extension as of now. Now, knowing how the government handles these things, they often won't show straight away, so we need to check with Immigration New Zealand as to when this will be visible. But as it's coming out with a statement now, if you are one of those people that have a visa expiring before 31st of March and it is a visitor visa, then you should be getting this 2-month extension automatically, which is great news for you, I'm sure, as the rest of the world is still sort of sorting itself out. Now, this does not apply to people who already hold the special 2-month visitor visa, the COVID-19 short-term visitor visa that came in September last year. This does not impact you. Unfortunately, you have that 2-month visa and that is it. Everybody else with a visitor visa, this should impact you. However, I do want you to be cautious. If you're not certain, talk to us, talk to an immigration lawyer or advisor somewhere else, or talk to immigration just to confirm that you are getting that extension. We don't want you running out of visa. The second one they announced today was that there is what they call the 9 and 18 month rule, in that a visitor visa typically will allow you to be in the country no more than 9 months in any 18-month period. If you had a 3-year visitor visa, you'll find on that visitor visa is this 9 and 18-month requirement. Now they are waiving that for the moment, so that you don't have to worry about perhaps being in the country for too long. This is only going to be a temporary thing being waived. But it at least gives you a chance to remain here lawfully, not be concerned about it. States here that the applicants will still need to meet all other requirements for a visitor visa, including proof that they have enough funds to support themselves in New Zealand, as well as to pay their travel out of the country. So it's been provided here for those in facing uncertain or worrying situations back in their home countries. There has been a bit of flack to Immigration New Zealand for being heartless. I think this is showing that they actually aren't being heartless. They are trying to help those who are in New Zealand while still protecting the borders from allowing COVID to come in. So it is a fine balancing act. Now, those with the visa extension are going to be getting an email confirming that on the 5th of March. Now, for those clients who are having the visa expiring probably next week, the 25th, as many of you are, you will have some sort of, I suppose, anxiety or trepidation about whether you're going to get that extension. If in doubt, let us know. I'm going to go to a couple of you probably today or tomorrow just to confirm that this is in place, and I will check with immigration next week for our clients to make sure they are going to be staying here lawfully. Now, this is actually something that we're going to lead on to now as to this whole situation of when visas are extended but not within the immigration system. Now, how it works is that it's easy for the minister to say, yes, we're extending this visa, but it won't show actually in the immigration systems officially until some later point. We had it last year when they did the extension for the partners of work visa holders who got an extra 6 months to match their work visa holder partners. But it wasn't shown in the systems until some point later. And the issue that raised was, at that time, we had clients who were going to go for residence, which was delayed because, according to the immigration system, they did not hold a valid visa. They could not apply for a further visa because, again, the immigration system said, no, you're here unlawfully, you cannot apply for a new visa, despite they actually were here lawfully, just that the systems didn't show that. The other issue was, at least at that point, there was a question, and at that point our advice from immigration was that those people who were eligible for this extension but wasn't yet showing in the system had no right to work. Now, I've been chasing immigration on to validate this point for the current changes, the current changes we have being the current extensions that are coming through, and we had a response from immigration actually just earlier this week that anyone, this is the wording from immigration from one of their heads there, anyone who falls into one of the scenarios outlined in the table, this table is the temporary work visa extensions that have been granted currently, will have their visa extended in law, but due to system limitations it will not be reflected until March 2021. So clients whose visas are extended will be contacted once this is completed. In the meantime, if a client is eligible, they do not have to apply for a further visa. While INZ systems will note that their visa has already expired, by law it has not. Now, this is confirming that while last year there was the statement that they could not work while waiting for this visa to be applied, to the extension to be applied, this is from one of the senior staff at immigration stating that here, by law, the visa has been extended even if it's not showing within the system. Now, it means that yes, you won't be able to apply for a new visa because the system will block you. You'll have to do an application if you want to do an application on paper rather than in the system itself. It does mean that you'll be able to continue to work if you had a right to work under your visa, and you will be here lawfully even if the system does not show that. Now, if you had an employer or a healthcare provider that was looking at your system and going, well, we cannot verify your right to work. We have a note here today from immigration that in the interim, employers and healthcare providers can assess their migrants' immigration status using their current visa information and the information available on the extensions on the Immigration New Zealand website. So basically it's going to be, look at the current visa status, look at when it expired, and look at the extension that's available after that, and see that they fall in that category. So it's not ideal. It would be nice to have these visa extensions already showing in their systems, but it does provide some certainty that those rights to work and those rights for healthcare are still there. So it's great to see immigration responding to our request on that with detailed information. Now, Immigration New Zealand, their systems may still send you letters stating that your visa is to expire or that you're on an interim visa. If you are certain that you do get the extension, then you can ignore those emails, but I make sure, double say it here, make sure that you that you get the extension. Don't just ignore it because Arran said ignore it. Make sure you get the extension before you ignore it. But the system will send out emails automatically. They're handling tens of thousands of applications all the time, so the system sends out these timed reminders, even though they actually shouldn't be because the visa is going to be extended. So if you are certain, you can ignore those. Same with those who grant an interim visa, but actually you should be getting the visa extension. You can ignore that interim visa as it will be deactivated once the system is updated to show your new visa. And that is it for today. So just some quick notices for those of you who are onshore and who are dealing with these visa extensions. To clarify a few things, it's great to see that those of you who are here on a visitor visa are getting that extension, which is fantastic, and that those of you who are here on a work visa that's getting extended have that right to keep working. It's great to have that clarification finally from immigration. As for all of those you're offshore, unfortunately there is no news on any of the offshore visas. This is purely just about the onshore status for some of the people watching this video. And that is it for today. Short, relatively sweet. Hopefully makes a few of you happy and release some anxiety for a few more of you. We will come back to you when we have more information. As always, until then, ka kite anō, kia kaha, stay safe.